Hi everybody, this is Maria with SweetSerenitiesStamping.com, and today I brought to you this sweet little congratulations card. I think this came out adorable. What I had done is I just stamped on the top and on the bottom, and I kind of put a mask over it with a piece of paper. See how you only have like part of the flower? I put a piece of paper across here so that you won't have any stamping being done. So I put a little mask over the front of it. This card here is Coastal Cabana. This beautiful sea color green. It's just gorgeous. And I used the Coastal Cabana ink, and this is Melon Mambo, which is like a really pretty pink. And what I had done is I did a little bit of extra stamping. After I did all this stamping, I did a few more extra bits of stamping on some Whisper White with some Coastal Cabana ink. And I have a pansy punch that I used, which is right here. And I went ahead and punched these out and gave it a little bit of dimension and put like two of them right in the corners to give it a little bit of a dimension. And you can see I put some pearls. Very cute. And I haven't used this stamp set in a while. That's why I thought I'd go ahead and show it again. It's been a little bit. This is the Flower Shop stamp set, and we will be using these last two. But this is a great stamp set, and that pansy punch matches perfectly with it. I absolutely adore this stamp set. And I also will be using the Sassy Salutations, and of course this is a congratulations that you see right there. I'm going to go ahead and do the happy birthday just so I can show you a little bit of difference in the colors that you can combine and the sentiments that you can put on here. So I absolutely love this, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this. So we'll be using some strawberry slush today. Okay, so this is an 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of cardstock, and on the 8.5 inch side I just scored, I don't know if you can see the score mark, but there's a little score mark at the 4 1/4, because this is an 8.5 and you want to cut it directly in half, so it'll be 4 1/4. So just go ahead and score that at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of Whisper White, and this is what we will be doing our stamping on. This piece is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then we will also need a piece of just scrap Whisper White so that we will have we can use to have our punching done, or our stamping and our punching done. So just a little scrap, because you're just going to need a little piece, because you're only going to have a couple flowers, so to stamp and punch. And then what other thing I did was just, this is just more scrap paper that I just had laying around. And I went ahead, and this is basically all this pink one here is for. It's just to keep my grid paper clean. I didn't want to get it all dirty with all the ink, so I just used this little piece of paper. Now this little white sheet of cardstock is 1 1/4. That is what I use to mask this section off here, so we don't have that congratulations. That's how I did that. I masked it off. So this is 1 1/4 inches, and I'll be showing you how to use this little piece of paper in just a second. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me show you what to do. We're going to go ahead and start with that yucky piece of paper. So I just went ahead and took this 1 1/4 piece, and I'm going to just tape the ends of it. I have some washi tape. You can use Scotch tape, whatever tape you want. I'm just using it to hold it down so it doesn't move. Okay. Then what I did is I went ahead and I took my 4 1/4 by 4, and on the 5 1/4 by 4, and I just went ahead and I slid this in here on that 5 1/4 inch side. And I just kind of centered this piece of paper. I eyeball a lot of things. Okay, I turn it around this way and say, doesn't look too centered, so I'll move it over a little bit. And I just kind of eyeball it. If you want to go ahead and get it, you know, perfectly centered, you can go ahead and do a little bit of measuring to do that. I'm not that big of, I mean, I like accuracy, but I'm not going to go crazy to do it, so I just kind of eyeball where I think is kind of center. I believe right there would be a good spot. Okay, so then I just turn it this way. Okay, So this is the paper I will be stamping on. So I'm going to get out, I'm going to push this down a little bit by me, I'm going to get out my strawberry slush. And I love this strawberry slush. I love the color, it's just so pretty pink. And this is my Island Indigo. And we will be using both of these colors. So I already have my stamp put on my glass block. And I'm going to put it in some strawberry slush. And I bounce it up and down a few times. And I look at it. I always look at my stamps to make sure that I have them covered. Some people don't do that. I just like to do that because sometimes I have a tendency of not getting it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to this piece right here with my finger, just to make sure it doesn't shift too much. And I am going to stamp. And of course I stamped this close to the top. You can move them more towards the bottom or more towards the, you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. You can move them up or down, a little bit closer, a little bit further out. I don't leave any space in between. I stamp right on top of each other. I overlap them. I think it's a cute way of doing it. So I'm going to take the second one and, like I said, just going to overlap. As you can see, there's some overlapping. And I kind of like the way that looks, the overlapping part. So next I'm going to go back to my strawberry slush. Do it again. We're going to go back to our Island Indigo. Okay, and we're going to do it again. So you see that little bit of overlapping, and I'll show you better here in just a second. So back into my strawberry slush, and now I am going to hold my finger there. Make sure you hold it, and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and we just alternate colors. And see how I'm overlapping, and I will overlap again. And it doesn't have to be a huge overlap. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to close these up because I don't want to be messy. I have a tendency of, oh, that didn't want to close on me right. Lovely. Okay, there it goes. Okay. I'll close up this one. Okay. Now, we're all done with the stamping on this card, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Okay, and that's what it looks like. I think it's really kind of cute. This you can just go ahead and toss to the side or throw it out or whatever. I just use that as a guide to help me out a little bit. But see how there's some overlapping going on? You see there's overlapping? I think that's kind of pretty. So anyways, now that we have that done, we want to go ahead and we want to take our Black Stays On ink. I'm going to open this up. I still have my little I always keep my little plastic covers on top of things. I think it makes the ink last a little bit, doesn't dry it out so much. And here's my happy birthday sentiment. And I'm just going to put some ink on top of that. And of course I'm doing it this way. You can stamp different ways. You can also stamp with the stamping down and stamp on here. I just chose to do it this way. Make sure I got it all. Okay, I love to, I always make sure that I have my stuff covered as much as possible. And then I will turn it over and I will place it in the center as best as I can. And hopefully my head is not in the way when I was doing that. And there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and just cover my ink back up so it doesn't dry out. Okay. So now this is the beginning of our card, which I think is really adorable. Now what you want to do is you want to get that piece of Whisper White that I told you about, because we are going to do a little bit more stamping. And I don't know why I put my stamps away, but I forgot. But I'm going to go back out and get that strawberry slush back out. Okay. And I am going to just do a couple flowers. I'll put one right here. And get one more here. Okay. And then I'm going to close this again and close that up. And then I'm going to get my pansy punch. And we are going to cut these out. Hopefully get these cut out. Sometimes this pansy punch don't always want to agree with me. You have to kind of figure out where to put it at. And I did mark this previously let's get it in here. I found it where it goes, but I want to make sure I cut it out okay. Okay, so that's one. Sometimes you kind of have to fiddle because they have different petals, and you kind of have to fiddle with it a little bit to try to figure out the exact where it's exactly supposed to go. And I actually have my my stamp marked to tell me which way I should have this. And I'm going to put it right about here. There we go. And I'll show you that. I actually have it marked. If you can see it, there's a little mark right here. So that's how I know which way to punch it. So you know that when you go to punch it, it punches exactly perfect because you have it a little mark there to tell you which direction to punch it in. And I didn't do it when I made these. I forgot to make sure that that was at the top when I punched it. So not a big deal. They still came out anyway. That's really, really fine. So the next thing I want to go ahead is I'm going to bring back in that strawberry slush, and we are going to fold it on our score mark. Okay, and we are going to take our bone folder and just give it a little varnish. Make that. Okay. So the next thing we want to do before we add these little flowers on is we want to go ahead and we want to put some adhesive on the back, because it's a lot easier if you put it on now than later when these little things come on, because it's hard to get the glue on there really good. So I'm just going to go around the four corners of this. And I'll put a couple pieces here, and I'm going to place this on my card and see if we can get it pretty even. Okay, there we go. So I just love this. I think it's so cute. So now we have our flowers. So what I want to do is I want to put a couple dimensionals on the back of it. Okay, just need two. Just put like one in the middle of each one. Okay, and then let's take the backings off, and I kind of like just kind of lay it on there, kind of like where it is originally stamped. Just put it right on top of there. Okay, and then this one here, like I said, I'm not doing the one in the corner like I did this one. Okay, so I have them both in the corner. This one I decided to do a little bit different. Let me match up my little... Because sometimes, you know, I mean, you can have one there in that corner if you want to, but I'm just giving you a different option. See, like this one, both of these here are in the corner, and this one I don't have both of them in the corner. Just to give you something different, to say you don't have to copy exactly the same thing I do if you don't want to. It just gives you a different option that you can do. So now that I have these on, I'm going to get my pearls, and these are also from Stampin' Up. They're very, very cute little baby pearls, and I'm going to put them in the center of my flowers that I just done. I'm going to do all the pink ones. You can go ahead and put something on the blue ones too if you want to, on the All in Indigo. I just chose to just put them on the pink ones. Move that over a little bit. Okay. And there is it. Look how cute that is. So you do have some dimension in your card. I just really love this. Now here's the congratulations one here. Once again. The congratulations, you can see, fills up the space a little bit more than the happy birthday, but nonetheless I think they're both really cute. There we go. So basically this is it. This is the card. It's that easy, stampers. So I hope you give this a try. I think they came out really cute. Something a little bit different than what I've done before as far as using that masking, and I think it came out pretty good. So anyways, thanks so much for joining me today in this video. I hope you come back again for my next video. If you would do me a great big favor and go to the right hand side of my blog where it says join the site, and if you would please put your email in there, you can keep up with all my projects that I will be doing. And underneath this video there will be a list of products that you need to make this project right here, and you just click on one of those and you can shop from there, or you can go to my shop button at the very top of my blog and shop from there. So I hope everybody will give this a try. I think it came out really, really cute. If you want to, you can visit me at sweetserenitystamping.com. That's where you can find me at. If you have any questions or comments, please put them at the bottom of this video and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So I hope you all have a pleasant day. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you later. Bye.